Hello, world of YouTube. This is my first video and I have decided for it to be on larc-en-ciel. I discovered larc-en-ciel around this time last year and I literally was just like, what on earth is going on? Like, I discovered them in 2017. They've been around since 1991 and it's taken me, what was the anniversary last year? Like 25 years, 26 years to discover this band who I declare are probably the greatest, most underrated band in the entire world. So I am just like blown away by this band and I have like no one to share it with apart from the people I kind of force to listen to it who just get put off by my forcefulness. And since I've discovered them a year ago, I have not stopped listening to them, going through all the kind of like more well-known popular songs of theirs and then moving on to like other things like these red gems on their albums like Butterfly Sleep and All Dead from the Tierra album, and some songs that I'm not even going to try and pronounce the Japanese name in English because it's just going to sound awful. You know, they don't stick to like one genre or one sound. Like, you know, their songs have like evolved over time and they've changed and they'll put like different instruments in or different synths in or different sounds in. You could probably find a larc-en-ciel song to suit any single kind of mood you're in. Like, there'll be some way that you're feeling something and you will be able to listen to a larc-en-ciel song that matches the way you feel. Some of their songs, you'll listen to the original and then you will hear the live version and you're like, the live version is even better than the original. I'm sorry, what band sounds better live than on the original? And the lyrics of their songs are just beautiful. I will go online and I will read up translations of the Japanese into English. Like, when I first read the lyrics to Niji, I was like, this is poetry, like this is art. And all the things it seems to write, they're like, it's like really poetic, but it kind of leaves a kind of vagueness to it that it's not explicit what the situation is, but you kind of get the feeling of the situation from the ambiguity of the lyrics and the sound of the music. The thing with living in an English-speaking country in England is that most people, or anyone I tell, oh, you know, by the way, I'm listening to larc-en-ciel, their reaction is always, larc-en what? What really annoys me is that if larc-en-ciel were British or American, they would basically be the next U2 or Coldplay or Rolling Stones. Hyde would be the next Mick Jagger or Tom Jones or Elvis or any kind of like great person with like personality on stage, like David Bowie. But obviously most people are like very dismissive because if it's not in English or in their native tongue, people are like, nah, like, you know, what, no. Their presence on stage is just, I mean, Hyde in particular. Hyde has just so much like charisma and presence like on the stage. Like, Hyde was like born to be on a stage, and the way he just kind of gets everyone like going and the way he's always just like flirting with the camera or whatever it is that he does is just like, it's just amazing. Like, They are just amazing, and even like Ken on the guitar, just all of them are just amazing on stage, and to watch them, even like through YouTube videos, is just like such a joy. If I saw them live, I'd probably faint. I don't know if this is more of like a Japanese culture thing, but like any interviews I have seen of them, they are like so demure and polite and quiet, and almost to the point that they look awkward when they step out for an interview. I don't think I've ever seen a performance, particularly Hyde, because he's like the front man of representation of like the charisma of the band and the vocals. Like, I've never seen him or any of them ever give a bad performance. Like, I've never seen them just like walk on stage and be like, I'm not in the mood for this, and just like do nothing or just stand there. They are always like prancing about the stage. They must have so much going on like in their personal lives, but like never ever have I seen them like let that affect them. Like maybe that one time their crew member died.
演奏したいと思います。ちょっと言っちゃったやつがいるんで、そいつの大好きだった。
They could have like cancelled the whole show, really, if their friend had died, and they could have been like, you know what, they're not in the mood to perform or to be singing the songs that they've sung like a million times before. Their stamina and professionalism is incredible. I've seen videos of them performing from like the 90s. Just things they've played in like smaller venues to smaller crowds, and even back then when they were probably like this, like, you know, band that hadn't made it as big as they have now, like their energy and their effort, I feel like whether they're playing to 30 people or like 30,000, they just still make exactly the same amount of effort. A lot of the time I'll be watching YouTube videos on larc-en-ciel, and you know, I'll read the comments of like what people will say, and they'll be like, oh yes, this is great, this was from their Grand Cross tour or from their Theatre of Kiss or Dreams or something tour, and da-da-da-da, and oh yeah, they weren't as good as they were in, you know, 1997 or whatever, and then like, oh yeah, do you remember when they did this in 2003? And I'm just like, I have got no idea, like, I don't know about any of their tours, or you know, or when they sounded better or whatever, and like I kind of wish I did. So like, tell me, please tell me. And I feel like they changed my life. Like, music changes your life. Like, having a soundtrack to your life and something that you can listen to that either like shares the emotion you're feeling or like just like motivates you or whatever is just so wonderful. Or times I've put it on and I've just like danced around, you know, that too. It's been great. So thank you for watching. I will probably make more larc videos and maybe more videos. It's just so wonderful, and I'm just so pleased I discovered them. What an amazing all-round fantastic band. Like, lyrically, musically, the arrangement, professionally, on stage, the recording, the like consistency of how good everything is that they've made, their like prolificism, just like the amount of stuff that they've put out there is wonderful. And I don't know if they have anything else in the pipeline coming up, but I really hope they make more music.